Good morning. What kind of music do I listen to in the shower? Well, it has to be loud and it has to be driving rock to be heard above the sound of the shower. So in no particular order, I'm going to give you 20 of the songs that I would normally listen to in the shower. I'm not allowed to play them around the house because Tanya doesn't really like rock music, loud rock music. So this is Cream, this is White Room, one of my favourite tracks from them, and this is the legend that is Eric Clapton and lead guitar, and Jack Bruce on bass, and Ginger Baker, the mad Ginger Baker on drums. If you're in the shower, you have to have Dire Straits, and we're going back to Money for Nothing. Maybe you recognise the computer generated animation here from their video. Money for Nothing. I was torn between putting up Sultans of Swing, but went for Money for Nothing. You couldn't get any more loud or raucous or heavy driving rock beat than this. This is Steppenwolf, Born to be Wild, and the clip that you're seeing here, well, the photograph that you're seeing here is from Easy Rider. We all thought Easy Rider was great when it came out. 1969. Those were the days. And here's George Harrison, and this is While My Guitar Gently Weeps. The main focus in the Beatles was obviously on Lennon and McCartney, but George Harrison was a huge talent, and he was sort of pushed to the side quite a bit, and he only came to prominence really after the demise of the Beatles. I'm back to Eric Clapton. This is him playing under the title name of Derek and the Dominoes, and this is the electric version of Layla. Has to be the electric version, although the acoustic version is absolutely fabulous as well. Unbelievable guitar talent. And here we have Leonard, Scannard, Freebird. Gone but not forgotten. One of my very favourite rock bands, Small Faces, and they're playing In the Shower for me, All or Nothing. This is sort of a blurred picture of the Kinks, one of my favourite bands as well. And this is them playing Victoria. It's one of their maybe not so well known tracks, but I mean, it's top class. Just loud and brash, and couldn't beat it. Ray Davies, Dave Davies. Huge talent, Ray Davies. Did see him in concert a lot of years ago, and he was jumping about. He must have been about, nearly 70, and he was jumping about like a 16-year-old. And this is The Who with their song Who Are You? Does anybody remember this band? It's Jojo Gunn from 1972. This is their the song that they're largely remembered for, Run, Run, Run. You'll notice in all my choice of rock music that it's from the 60s and 70s. There's very little from the 80s, 90s or noughties or whatever they call them, or 2000 plus. This is the music I grew up with. This is the Loving Spoonful and Somewhere in the City, and I just don't rate the music of the last 30, 40 years as being anywhere near the standard of this that was being put out back in the 60s and 70s. You may disagree, but that's where I am. So, Summer in the City from 1966. Very advanced for its time. This is Eric Burdon and the Animals from 1964, The House of the Rising Sun. And this record set the bar for so many other bands. It's just fabulous. Alan Price on keyboards went on to have a career of his own when he left the Animals. Brilliant band. Soul blues type band. This is Neil Young. Played so many different styles of music, from country and western type to hard driving rock, and this is Rocking in the Free World. Keep on Rocking in the Free World. Played with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. So many different styles, and mastered them all. It's such a talented guy. This is a Northern Ireland band who, set the bar as well, as regards punk. This is Teenage Kicks, the only record played by John Peel, the DJ, twice in succession. He was so enamoured by it. Brilliant song. All these guys were from Derry stroke Londonderry. Fergal Sharkey doing the honours as lead singer. This is more hard driving rock. This is ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man. An amazing trio. Do you recognise this guy? Maybe not. This is Chris Rea, and good, hard, loud song, Road to Hell. And it has an environmental message in there too. I've had a few Rolling Stones records in my time, and one of the songs I would listen to in the shower, Jumping Jack Flash. This is one of my favourite all-time bands. This is ELO, fronted by Jeff Lynne, multi-instrumentalist, so much talent. Still going strong. The band has broken up long ago, but he just keeps on going. This is a photograph from 1976, and the song is The Amazing Rollover Beethoven. And ELO mixed, driving hard guitar with orchestral backing. Absolutely fabulous. How many are in the band there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 7. And this is one that takes me right back. This is the Beatles, and this is off the White LP, and this comes from 1968, and I was 15 round then, and this is back in the USSR. Raised a few eyebrows whenever it was first heard, because of the Russia-America thing going on at that time. And this is Status Quo to end this session of 20 songs. Status Quo playing live at Wembley for Live Aid in 1985, over 35 years ago, folks. That's scary. And this is rocking all over the world. A lot of changes since back then.